right. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you how to show up and show out and surf the crowd. Trust me, you ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never been to a show like this. I'ma give you something to remember forever. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe.
We have a perfect day for football, and the roof is open, in fact, here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Ready! Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Throwing to start the drive. Combs. Able to avoid him at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. The Colts at 4-5, a game under 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Watson just beating the play clock. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Combs under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Combs. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. On fourth down, Combs. Over the middle, it's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a molt. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving into more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
To throw is Watson. Finds his man, it's John Mechie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 50, it's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down, here's Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, I like the free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Watson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Again, Watson to keep it. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. Throwing to start the drive. Combs. Wide open receiver, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to get this down near the 25. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Taylor going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
After the interception, here's Watson. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the end zone, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here's Taylor again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So golden field position there is squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 24, Watson got his man complete over the middle. It's Lynch. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the fumble recovery, Combs. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range. And the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Operating from the gun, Combs caught on the slant. Touchdown, Colts. Foster Moreau, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to put... And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender. Touchdown!
A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard lines. For this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To throw on third down. Combs. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Hold it ready. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
A give for Taylor running right side. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Watson's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Here's Watson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this one is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Watson's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Watson now to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. To the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
You ain't going nowhere.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Back to throw, Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run once more with Taylor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down.
Let's go now. Hey, check that.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Come on. Hey, 60 Eagles, 60. Check, man.
Back to throw. Combs. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
And it's a fumble, and the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Dancing to his left. Catch made. It's Moreau. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play quarterback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. All I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
73 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. He's got another first down, and he's also just a few yards short of 200 for the ball game.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Combs. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now.
And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point forthcoming. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Operating from the gun, Combs. And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On third down, Combs. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because...
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today.